Hello class, my name is Antonio Castillo, and I'm here today to discuss the responsibilities of citizens during the time of a disaster. Disasters can happen with or without any warnings, so the first step is to always be prepared. For disasters that have warnings such as hurricanes, heavy storms that cause flooding, some tornadoes, and some wildfires, it is important that you take appropriate action to secure your safety. An example would be putting up shutters or boarding up your windows prior to a hurricane hitting. Or another example would be packing sandbags to help control a flood in your area. It is important that when a disaster strikes, you have enough canned food, water, medicine, if you take it regularly, radios, and batteries to last a few days. When a disaster is over, no one may know the full extent of the damages caused, which could potentially hinder supplies in your area. So it is important to have resources to last a few days. Another important step is to have enough cash on hand. If the power is out in your area, the only means to purchase necessary items could be a cash transaction. If you have a disability or have a family member with a disability, take appropriate action prior to a disaster to seek help, which could potentially lead to a possible evacuation to a local hospital or shelter. It is vital that you have specialized insurance, like flood and hurricane insurance. I know here in South Florida, it is a requirement to have flood insurance. You may speak to your local zoning department to find out if you live in a hazard area, which could be a flood zone area. It is important that you listen to all warnings and adhere to all evacuations. It could potentially save your life. Now, the last thing I want to cover is to help your community. Lend a helping hand any way you can. If you hear a message on the radio, make sure to pass it on just in case your neighbors didn't hear the message. If it's not important to you, it may be important to someone else. So always pass these messages on. Well, class, I would like to thank you for your time and help, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation on the responsibility of citizens during the time of a disaster.